I'm Mike.
And I'm Karen.
And it's a Boy Meets World reunion. Girl Meets World is the sequel series to Boy Meets World. Boy Meets World ran from 1993 through the year 2000, spanning 158 episodes.
Boy Meets World told the story of Corey Matthews growing up with his friends and family in Philadelphia, PA.
So, in 1993, when Boy Meets World came out, I was 11 years old. Corey Matthews in the show was 11, 12 years old. Same kind of age thing. He was from Philadelphia, wore a Phillies jersey on the show, grew up a Phillies fan. So, it was something that kind of caught my attention, and a lot of people my age. My sister here, a little bit younger, but still grew up with the show. So the movie universe has been coming back with sequels to movies that are 15, 20, 30 years old for years now, and now we're starting to see it in the television world. So Girl Meets World is the ongoing story from characters back in Boy Meets World. So now you have a show that is, am I making any sense here? Basically, you have 20 years worth of story going on. All right, so Girl Meets World came out this year. This is episode 16, Girl Meets Home for the Holidays. Karen, what have been your thoughts on Girl Meets World so far? The first 15 or so episodes.
From what I can see, watching Girl Meets World from an older perspective, it's interesting to see. You're kind of like, oh, is it a little simplistic? But honestly, it seems like a good series for today's teens and preteens to get a little bit of like what we enjoyed from Boy Meets World when we were kids.
And it's definitely, if you're a Boy Meets World fan, and I know for a fact that a lot of people are intrigued and interested in this idea. I mean, all you have to do is log on to Facebook or Twitter, and if you have people your similar age group, you say, oh, look, they're making a new Boy Meets World. They're making a new Boy Meets World. I know there's more people that admit it, that, we're intrigued by this. Whether they watched or not, I don't know. Anyway, Girl Meets World, to this point, from my perspective, has been, a little childish, a little, I don't get it as much. It's not been Boy Meets World. Not to say that there haven't been some interesting episodes, but the idea as a whole, I've really enjoyed, and I like the idea of it. And they've started to bring back, obviously Corey and Topanga Matthews are the parents of Riley Matthews, who's the main character of this. So they're going to focus on the kids, and their main target audience is the younger generation. But at the same time, because it's a sequel series, they're able to bring back fans who wouldn't watch the show otherwise to see some of their favorite characters from the past. Corey and Topanga are obviously in every episode. They're stars of the show. But they've brought back a few characters through the first 15 episodes. Mr. Feeney had a quick cameo. Minkus and Harvey Kiner have been back for a few guest spots. But this here, episode 16, the Boy Meets World reunion, is what Boy Meets World fans have been waiting for. Karen, explain some of the characters that finally came back for this episode.
Well, I guess the person that everyone was most excited to see was the reunion of Corey and Shawn, the dynamic duo of Boy Meets World. But we were also very excited with the arrival of Amy and Alan Matthews, who showed up. And everyone, I guess, it was interesting, I suppose, to see if you even remember young Joshua being born on Boy Meets World. He shows up here as an older teen, I guess, young adult.
Well, it's about 13 years later, so 13, 14, so he must be, I'm assuming he's supposed to be between 13 and 15. I don't have the exact dates down, but it's really good to see some characters back. It's what you expected when you saw the series was coming back, and that's what's going to make this series successful, is to have parents encouraging their children to watch the show because they used to watch these same characters. So Alan and Amy Matthews are back. It was great to see them back. Alan, or Mr. Matthews as they refer to him in this episode, was very good. No complaints. Shows some age. Definitely graying up a little bit. Amy was a little bit surprising. They kind of changed her character up a little bit. I'd say that's one of the things you kind of didn't love about this, correct?
I guess it was slightly disappointing to see Amy Matthews' role in this particular episode. She was sort of just relegated to this position as like the annoying mother-in-law, just generally complaining about Topanga's preparation for the holidays.
Yeah, it was a little bizarre, but still, nonetheless, glad to see her back. The character of Josh was brought in. It's definitely, I mean, if you missed the last season of Boy Meets World, you're not going to remember him, but it's great to see him back, and that tells you that they're probably going to bring all the characters back at some point as the series evolves. There was no mention of Aunt Morgan, so we'll see if she's back. Hopefully at some point she will be. There was no mention of Uncle Eric, but they didn't mention him, but spoiler alert, he'll be back in season 2, so that will be interesting. But Josh will be back in an upcoming episode, a few episodes from now, and I suppose we'll be back in future seasons and such. So they certainly set some stuff up there, little chemistry between him and Maya. So we'll see what happens with that. And of course, the big return, as Karen stated, was Ryder Strong reprising his role as Shawn. So that was definitely something that they stressed. They used it a lot in the promotion, #Shawn is back, and they certainly developed his character. He was one of the more developed characters in this episode. Obviously they brought him and Corey back. They developed his relationship with Riley and also Maya, and they set it up for him to be back. And again, spoiler alert, but he will be back. I was reading some stuff earlier today. He will be back again this season, and he will be involved in season 2. They haven't officially announced if he'll be. I think they did say he would be back in at least 1 or 2 episodes, but he's also going to do some directing, so he will be directly involved with the show. So it's nice to see that this series is evolving in a way that the new viewers and the young viewers of the new characters can enjoy, but also the older audience as well. So anyway, the episode, it was a strong episode overall. I give it 4 to 4.5. I would give it 4.5 out of 5 if I'm rating it. Do you have a rating for the episode?
I would agree. I would say 4.5. Just exciting, at least from my perspective, to see the old characters back.
Anytime when you're watching a TV show, specifically a reunion show, I mean, the main thing you want to get is some nostalgic feel, and you want to get a smile on your viewer's face. And I know for a fact when I watched it the first time I put it on, and it was interesting. I was definitely somewhat excited to see it, but right at the beginning, the opening before the credits hit, I know if I was recording myself, I had a smile on my face because it was just general humor. They had the some nostalgic stuff with the characters coming back, and they definitely played some comedy. So overall, really a strong episode. It's great to see characters back. It's great to be able to see where these characters have come, and it's exciting to look towards the future of who else will be back. I'm sure there'll be more Mr. Feeney. Eric will be back, and I would think some smaller characters will continue to make appearances, and we'll continue to see the evolution of the the young characters and the older characters. So it's definitely exciting.
This episode certainly put a smile on my face too, enjoying some of the lines here and there as the characters showed up. I think that in watching it, I definitely enjoyed seeing Shawn Hunter meet Farkle Minkus for the first time.
I forgot to bring that up. That was certainly another highlight. There were just a ton of throwbacks and a ton of good comedy. It's good stuff. It's definitely worth the watch if you're a Boy Meets World fan at all. I'm not going to say every episode of Girl Meets World is going to, blow your socks off, but the ones with the older characters are absolutely worth watching. And to me, the series has been a success so far.
I've enjoyed the series as well, and I think we definitely, even without the older characters, there's some promising young actresses and actors.
So thanks for watching, and make sure you check out some of the other videos here. Comment below, let us know what you think of Girl Meets World, the reunion, and are you looking forward to more cast members coming back to the series?